little bit late with our ministry this morning due to some technical difficulties, but we're here divinely right on time, and we're always showing up for you, always, no matter what. So I popped into your life today to share with you that Creative Roots was created to serve the highest good, which means it's not about me. It's about what's the highest good. So what's right for you, for me, for everyone, for the whole, for the collective. And this last week I've been recognizing the beauty in and the freedom that we get from returning to our most precious state of being, our natural state. We have a guest here at the moment who's come to take care of Creative Roots for a little while. And during this staying, these last few days, I've been sharing the importance of remembering that we are in relationship with. We can't just walk into somewhere and dig it up. We can't just come into somewhere and go, this is what I want here, here and here. That stuff doesn't work. Now, we've been doing this for a while now as human beings. And what you'll notice is where there's been agricultural things going on, where you're not in relationship with, the soil gets destroyed, the root systems destroyed. You can notice, particularly in places like Portugal, you'll be driving down a road in a really hot place, and where there's trees, it's so much cooler. Trees provide shade. They lower the temperature considerably. They protect life. They create more life. And when we live in relationship with the trees, you know, all roads could be lined with trees if we thought that was a good idea. And it certainly would be in hotter spaces and places. Here at Creative Roots, we're creating with. We're looking at what is and what has been done already, and recognizing that's already in relationship with the space around it. The trees are relating to the trees around it. The grass is relating to the trees, the roots, the organisms in the soils. Life is relating to life. And where life relates to life, marvelous things happen. And when we forget our connection to life, that's where things kind of get imbalanced. There is no wrong, but I look at life as something that wants to be in balance. The elements like water, when it's in balance, it just returns to a level state of being. And so too do we, as we recognize, you know, all the water, the rains, it falls down, it follows down little streams that lead to rivers that eventually lead back to the ocean. And although we have our moods and our periods of instability, everything returns to its state of being, a natural state of being, which is balance. So recognizing the balance that is outside in nature, as it is outside, I recognize inside I too have periods of instability, and I'm aiming for balance. How can I live in a balanced way? How can I have a life more smoothly, that's traveling more smoothly, that's in relationship with people and places and things more smoothly, that goes with ease? Because life, when it doesn't go with ease, is challenging. You know, we all have times where we face things like homelessness and maybe our jobs have come to an end and we're not able to work. Maybe we are able to work. Maybe our health's changed. Maybe we've got a diagnosis. There's all these different things. Maybe we're moving for a better life and we move somewhere and then we're like, whoa, everything we knew and thought it would be is not quite as we thought it would be. We're grieving what we think should happen, which is a funny thing, really. So when we come into being and we return to our place and space of just being in relationship with, we're able to recognize the wonders in ourselves and the wonders in the world around us. You know, everything that is, to me, seems like a miracle. Like all the life that goes on, everything that's contained in a tiny little beetle or a tiny little fly, that whole like digestive system, an entire digestive system, and a fly or a spider or a little beetle, you know, it's not just got a digestive system, it's got a reproductive system. You know, it's got that, the whole respiratory system. It's breathing, so it's breathing, it can eat, and it can make love and reproduce. It's like, wow, that's 3 massive systems in a tiny little thing that's just like so tiny. You wouldn't even think it would all go on in that little space, would you? It's like, wow. So when I look at things like that, I think, wow, the world is such a miraculous place to be. And to recognize these things, and how blessed are we that we can get on and we can see, witness to these things. And look outside and it's like, what's the world telling me? You know, right now it's a really warm time outside. It's past 10 o'clock, the temperature's rising, the birds are singing, but they're calm now. In the morning you've got the dawn chorus, you've got the birds, the frogs, and so much life. And a lot of life comes out when it's dark and it's just, the sun's just gone down, or sometimes when the sun's just coming up. You're more likely to see the wild boar. You know, you'll hear the nightjars in the morning and at night, in the evenings. So it really is a busy time and a cool time, you know, cool in temperature and just cool to be aware at these times and these spaces where life is just life in a most marvelous, miraculous way. So as I sit and I recognize these things, I like to take a moment to just breathe and to be, because it's quite overwhelming sometimes when you look out and you recognize all that stuff's going on. So I ask you to join me now in just taking a conscious breath, which just simply means we just know that we're breathing in deeply and just allowing that to be. And that's a beautiful way of being. And once we've taken that breath, we're just in more of a pause. It's more of a pause period, and more of a and we're just able to see. We can stop doing and stop being and stop rushing and trying to be somewhere else or do something else or impress someone. Like, who are we trying to impress anyway? You know, you are here for you. You are here, you know, when you get up in the morning, you're not trying to get dressed for anyone else. You are here to get dressed for you. You know, what clothes are you comfortable in? How can you wear clothes that you're comfortable in, that's nice to your skin, that's nice to your body, that you don't feel achy and itchy and sweaty, and, you know, you might feel discomfort in certain clothes? Can you change what you're wearing to make yourself more comfortable and more at ease, depending on the environment, in relationship with the environment that's around you? Are you in relationship to how much shelter you've got, how much shade, you know? What colours are you wearing and how do they affect you? You know, do you feel a bit down? Is it worth putting on something a bit bright and cheery? You know, it's beautiful. Sometimes I've got a beautiful yellow top on with little feathers. And I always look at this and I think of being shopping in a charity shop and buying this for 50 pence. And I have marvellous memories of this t-shirt. And buying this t-shirt, I've worn it for many years since. And maybe there's things that you've got that might hold marvellous memories. And maybe there's some colours that you relate to more than others. Some colours that might cheer you up, that might help you bring a bit more cheer, a bit more joy to your day. And how are you in relationship with, or, you know, are you going on a time travelling? Are you going on a walk? If you're going on a walk, do you want flowing clothes? Do you want your waterproofs on? You know. So it's thinking about how can I be in relationship to the space around me. I was explaining when you live so close to nature, if there's ants all over the place, excuse me, if there's ants all over the place, what it is it's not an ant problem, it's a human problem. So the humans have made a mess, and the mess is, you know, the mess is there, and it's created a takeaway, like you created a McDonald's for the ants. So how can you live in relationship with, so you're not making a mess, to invite the ants for a party? So these things really matter. These things really do matter. How are you in relationship with the world around you? When we look at the world, how can we create something that we need without going in and causing more destruction? Is there anything that's necessary for us to do? Is there any way in which we can be in relationship with the trees and the plants here without ripping things up and starting again? Roots, as we are creative roots, we are creative roots, and we're in this space, in this place with our roots, and we're looking at the roots of who we are, where we've really come from. Why are we here? What are we doing? So with our roots, with our root system, it's very much the same for our plants and our trees. The longer something's been there, the deeper roots they've got, the more access they've got to the nutrients, the sustenance, the more experience they've got at being in relationship with. And trees, every single one's different, and each one has a different root system, each one has a different branches, each one has different leaves. Each leaf is pointing in different ways in relation to the relationship with its environment. So when we're ripping up the root system for the grass, that was there to protect the soil and there to protect our feet, and it stops the soil going all sandy and blowing away in the wind. And it keeps the nutrients in and protects the life in the soil, all the little beautiful things like the worms, the parasites, the mycelium, all the things that live in the soil, that swim through the soil. They can't swim though when it's dry. So how can we be in relationship with our environment so that our environment is in relationship with everything, all life in relationship with life? When we recognize how interconnected that we are with life, we recognize that there is nothing that I cannot do. Like if I do anything at all, it's affecting the ground outside, it's affecting the earth, it's affecting the flowers, it's affecting the trees, it's affecting other humans. So everything I do has an effect. So I am a causation. and my causation causes all sorts. So think about it. What are we doing? What are we doing with our rubbish? Do we have rubbish? And in which way, like, and anything that we don't want, what are we doing with it? Do we stick it out there for recycling, repurposing? Do we reuse it? Do we repair it? Do we aim for zero waste or a lower state of waste? Or do we end up with loads of stuff that needs to be recycled? Or we just cob it in the bin, you know? So when we have water, do we have water that just goes away and we don't really think about it much before it arrives in the taps? And what happens to it after it comes out? What chemicals do we put in the water, and where's it going, and how's it affecting the world around us? When you live in a little space like this, you are, everything's brought into your awareness, and you have to be really careful where you put your water, where you put your waste, what you recycle, what you reuse. You have to recognize that there's life out there that will eat things, that if you don't protect things from the bugs, they will eat your house that you build. And the sun is shining so brightly, Papa into the sun. Am I in relationship with Papa into the sun? Or is it going to like bleach anything that's in its way, like the cars and the anything basically gets bleached by the sun or affected by the UV rays, you know? So what shade is there? What life is lifing, and what do I need to protect, and how can I care for this space that I'm custodian of, so that I'm in relationship with, so we can all grow and live together in peace. Because let's face it, we all want peace, right? So I take that mindful pause and I look out and think, how can I be in relationship with today? And I recognize life in all its wonders and the miracles that are, with the different colours and the different systems. And I return to the roots of my very being. How can I just be? As the trees be, as the plants be. Can I just be without having a huge impact on this space? Can I be and take care of it so it can take care of me? As I take care of it, it produces the fruit and the vegetables and clean water, because all those roots and stuff, it filters the water that goes into the well that's the water in the well that washes me, that washes the pots, that waters the animals and the plants. So am I in relationship with the water? You know, it's washing all the laundry. So how am I in relationship to this space, this place? And am I treating it as the sacred ground that it truly is? So from this place, I recognize that I am connected. So I'd like you to contemplate having the affirmation, I am connected. So we're taking a breath in and recognizing I am connected. And everything is something that you're connected to in some level. And when you're recognizing I am connected, which could be a week's affirmation, recognizing every time, just taking a breath, looking around, going, I am connected, can bring you back to yourself and bring you back to your relationship with your environment around you, whatever that environment is. And I recognize the gratitude that I have. So from this space and place of gratitude, I can recognize the oneness that really is in existence, in everything, this one power, this one presence, this life, this one life. So I feel now it's time that I share a prayer with you. I am grateful. I am so grateful for Ava and for being up in the middle of her night and providing a small service and showing up with love for people here this morning. I am so grateful for Chimpy being able to send all the information over while I got stuff done. I'm so grateful that I have a beautiful guest here, Sarah Duff, the author, the writer, with her 4 books of all about this kind of thing. She's all into the interconnectedness of the universe and the wonders in all things. How grateful I am that I can share this sacred space, that I can share this sacred place, and that I can share time with this other human being. And we can marvel at this miraculous life that is on the planet. How grateful I am that I can get to breathe and be and just be in relationship with myself, with the animals, with the plants and all of humanity. How grateful I am that I am in relationship with all of you, that I can share these recognizations, these realizations, so we can all marvel in these miracles together. I'm so grateful. I really am grateful. And from this space and place of gratitude, I am recognizing this one life that is life, this one life that is all nature, the nature of all life, the nature of all things. I am recognizing this glorified, universal, unified field that we're all in. We can't all not be. You can't opt out of this, you know. This is like this one universal field, this unified field that we're all interconnected with. I recognize this one life essence, this spirit of life, this beauty, this presence that's always present in every way, in all ways, always present. Always. And I recognize that every activity is the activity of life. Everything's lifing. There is no nouns. Life is just verbs playing out, transmuting from one form to the next. And below it all is this one incredible love, this one incredible omni-amorous love, loving in millions of different ways through different people, different places, different spaces. It's just so much love. And from this space and place of recognizing this oneness, this interconnectedness of all, I recognize that I am this love, I am this presence, I am this activity of life, lifing. And so too are you. We are all so connected. We are all love. We are all containing this love, this awareness. We're all present with this presence. We're all loving with this love. We're all returning to this space and place and sacred being of just being. And from this space of recognizing all these things, I am just so thankful. It's such a blessing to be. It's such a blessing to be with you all today. It's a blessing to recognize so much beauty. It makes my heart sing. It's so beautiful. It's so miraculous. It's so marvelous. It's just like all these things in the world that just are. And they just are. And they're just being. We are human beings, not human doings. And as we take that breath and take that pause and just, we recognize that oneness within all of us, that unity, how we are all connected. And we realize the power we contain as human beings to change life on the planet so it's more peaceful, more pivotal place for possibilities. How we've all got these possibilities contained inside us, these possibilities for incredible potential as people. We're holding such potential for growth, for peace, for love, for change. And this incredible possibility is coming alive through and as us. It's present with each and every one of us here today, in every way, always. Not just every day, but always, every moment of the day, we contain these possibilities to just take that breath, take a pause, and recognize all of life. And recognize that no matter what our circumstances are, there is a chance, there is the opportunity for change. We can move. We're not the tree. We're not stuck in one place. We can move. We can go somewhere. We can change our lives. We can change our experiences. We can make sure we're in relationship with the people and the places that we're in. And if we're not, and if there's not that balance, that right relationship, we can recognize that we can come into a space and place where we can say, well, how can I return to balance? How can I walk in right relationship with life? And we can move and we can find a place where we can remember and reconnect to the roots of who we are and rebuild our root system so we can get them right, nice and firm into the ground, so we can return to that stability, that place of being able to honour who we truly are and who we truly were before the world told us who to be. And for this, I am truly thankful. I am just so thankful that we contain this space inside us, this great, vast, open space where we can just be with ourselves no matter what. This place where it's untouchable. Nothing can harm us, nothing can hurt us, because in us is this awareness that no one can take away. And from this space of sheer thankfulness of our potential for peace and possibilities on this planet, I'm going to release these words to the universe, knowing that as we speak, this universe is resonating with our very being, and it's returning as results, returning what we need and meeting all our needs, and it's coming up with all the solutions so that we can all return to right relationship with our taking full responsibility for ourselves and for our spaces and places. And so it is, and so we are. Ashe, Aho, Amen. So thank you so much for joining us and being here present. I'm going to end today's meeting with an incredible blessing. May you remember your roots. May you return to your stable self. May you reawaken your heart space. And may you live in right relationship with all life on the planet. I love you so much. Don't forget, we're here for you every day of the week. I love you. I'm so proud that you recognize that you do hold the potential for so much. So have a marvelous day, a marvelous week, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Namaste.